Top 5 Best Smartphones of 2023, a detailed analysis. Hello, we're back with an exciting video where we pick the best smartphones out there to make your decision easier. If you want to know more about these products, head over to the description for the latest pricing and information. Best iPhone overall, iPhone 14 Pro Max. At first, we have the iPhone 14 Pro Max. The iPhone 14 Pro Max is unquestionably the greatest iPhone available right now. The greatest camera, biggest screen, best design, and smartest display are all found in it. Apple decided to use just half of its new phones with its best, quickest, and arguably most efficient silicon for the first time in a while. While the iPhone 14 Pro and 14 Pro Max received the brand new 4nm process A16 Bionic, the iPhone 14 and 14 Plus received the A15 Bionic processor featured in the iPhone 13 Pro and 13 Pro Max. The biggest advancement in the new phone, aside from the potent A16 Bionic within, is found on the screen of the iPhone 14 Pro Max, the dynamic island. The notch is gone, and in its stead, the somewhat more pixel-dense 2796 by 1290 pixel display has what looks to be an oval cutout. And finally, for the camera, Apple chose a 48 megapixel sensor for the primary camera, and its 12 megapixel ultrawide camera still provides a field of vision of 120 degrees, which is wide enough in our opinion. Additionally, the quality is also improved by the much larger sensor and more focused pixels. Best mid-range, Google Pixel 7. Next is the Google Pixel 7. If you want to avoid making a compromise on specs, but are on a tight budget, the Google Pixel 7 is a great option. It has a similar svelte appearance to the Pixel 7 Pro, as well as a superior camera, brilliant screen, and long-lasting battery. At first sight, the glass and metal body of the Pixel 7 resembles that of the Pixel 6, but this time there isn't a two-tone finish on the back, and the horizontal rear camera bar is made of aluminum instead of plastic. The front and back of the phone are both covered by durable Corning Gorilla Glass Victus, and in a sea of 120Hz displays, the 6.3-inch OLED display is just a hair smaller than its 6.4-inch predecessor's screen, and the 90Hz refresh rate is a touch disappointing. Having said that, the screen looks amazing, and you probably won't notice the difference unless you're playing the newest games or multitasking heavily. You'll find Google's newest Tensor G2 chip, 8GB of RAM, and up to 256GB of storage within the device. It was constructed utilizing a 5nm technology. Plus, this phone has exceptional battery life, Android 13 out of the box, an extended and more configurable Material U, an IP68 grade for water and dust protection, 5G connectivity, and will be eligible for years of Android updates as well. Best for photographers, Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. Next up, we have the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. You may be excused for assuming that the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra might be a monotonous update. Samsung wasn't altering the design or making any significant changes to the S22 Ultra's fundamental design, but it turned out that all the device needed to achieve true incredibleness was a few adjustments. It's safe to say that the phone is quite stunning, with gentle edges and a flat top and bottom. The enormous 6.8-inch Super Dynamic AMOLED 2X display is only pierced by a straightforward punch hole for the selfie camera, and the S Pen has a dock at the bottom. The fact that the rear camera module is integrated with the rest of the back, unlike the majority of the competition, gives the product a simple, distinctive design language. With Gorilla Glass Victus 2, Samsung's Armor Aluminum, and an IP68 grade for dust and water protection, the color options can be as subtle or fashionable as you choose. Plus, its Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 has previously been seen in other smartphones, such as the OnePlus 11 down below. But the S23 Ultra takes the technology to a new level. Another small improvement to its camera is that the hardware changes are mostly limited to increasing the main lens to 200 megapixels. This improves image quality, but the enhanced zoom is the real showstopper. The S23 Ultra sports a 3x telephoto lens and a 10x periscope telephoto lens, both of which have been enhanced, similar to the S22 Ultra. Best folding: Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 4. Next up is the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 4. Are you torn between loving your phone and tablet more? There is no need to make a decision with Samsung's newest foldable. The Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 4, now in its 4th iteration, has some fantastic upgrades over its forerunner, ensuring that it's not simply a brilliant folding phone, but also an excellent smartphone in its own right. Those twin screens are, of course, the major factor in why most people desire a foldable. The Z Fold 4 is less tall and slender than the Z Fold 3 this time around, making it more comfortable to hold, especially one-handed. And coming to its display, its large 7.6-inch display is housed inside a 6.2-inch dynamic AMOLED panel on the outside. Both panels have a 120Hz refresh rate, making it similar to concealing a tablet screen inside your smartphone. Plus, it also has a potent Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 engine from Qualcomm, 12GB of RAM, and up to 1TB of internal storage. It's a powerhouse, and great for working or enjoying the newest games on that stunning screen. And with additional features like the taskbar for multitasking, the Z Fold 4 runs Android 12L with Samsung's proprietary One UI 4.1.1 interface. This foldable is also long-lasting thanks to an upgraded hinge and an IPX8 water resistance rating. Best budget: Google Pixel 6a. Lastly, we have the Google Pixel 6a. Do not assume that just because the Pixel 6a's camera is strong, the rest of the phone is inferior. With a flagship chipset, a small form factor, and years of upgrades, the Google Pixel 6a is an incredibly powerful smartphone for the money. But what really sets it apart from the competition is the camera. The cameras seem like they might be a bit of a letdown at first sight. The main lens and an ultrawide lens on the Pixel 6a both have a resolution of 12 megapixels. That is significantly less than the average megapixel counts of rival smartphones. But don't just depend on the numbers on paper. The Pixel 6a skillfully employs HDR to capture more difficult situations, such as direct sunlight, and consistently captures well-balanced but colorful images in a variety of conditions. Also, the rest of the phone is very outstanding, as was already said. The Pixel 6a features flagship-level performance and shouldn't have any issues with any of the most recent 3D games because it has the same tensor processor as the Pixel 6 and 6 Pro. And even better, the full HD Plus resolution of its display makes it look beautiful. Although the 60Hz refresh rate limitation is disappointing, it is still good for the price. But the clean Android software is a major plus, as are the yearly updates that are promised.
Thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, then hit the like button and subscribe to our channel if you loved it. Take a moment to hit the bell icon so you'll get notified of all our latest uploads.